Pastor John Kuski here with another word for the week. You know, God expects us to be good Samaritans. So what does that mean? Go to Jesus' parable about the Good Samaritan and you find out how he risked his life for that injured man, or even ran up a big bill for him. And then Jesus said, "Go and do thou likewise." So that can make us feel kind of guilty when we pass by those who are reaching out to us. Or I wonder, or maybe even fearful, is God going to pass us by if we don't give that kind of compassion to others? But how can you help everybody? How good of a good Samaritan does God expect us to be? That's where the Bible account of Ruth is so helpful. Ruth was the daughter-in-law of Naomi, and both their husbands died. Naomi was elderly and couldn't care for herself, so Ruth said, "I'll do that." Even though Ruth wasn't a blood relative of hers, even though she was a foreigner, even though it meant her leaving her family behind and moving to a foreign country. You might remember Ruth's famous line, "Where you go, Naomi, I'll go, and where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." And you see, there's a key for Good Samaritan care. And it's having the same Lord and serving the same Lord. Because as Ruth looked after Naomi, she was really doing that for God. You might remember Jesus' famous line, "Whatever you do for the least of these, you're doing for me." And so Jesus fills us with that compelling Good Samaritan love. He says, "I left my heavenly home for you. I made the greatest sacrifice that could ever be made by giving my life for your sins on the cross. And I rose again in order to look after your every need." See, we don't have any other choice but to pay it forward, that Good Samaritan love, especially for those who are less fortunate. But you can't do that for everybody. And God helps us with that too by giving us the guidance of families. He says, first of all, look at your immediate family, your parents, your children, your brothers and sisters. What kind of help do they need? And be wise about that. Think about what they truly need, starting with their faith needs before you start forking out all of those dollars. And then he says, also take a look at your church family. Do you have one of those? Because it's that church family that he makes that proverbial village to team up to give care to the people who we can really help. And so really, God makes us those good Samaritans by filling us with Jesus' serving love, and then by giving us that guidance of family so that we can have a better idea of those people that God has put there before us to take care of. Please join us for more of that Good Samaritan compassion and care this coming Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Here at St. Matthew. Join us also on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. That is also live streamed and archived. God bless.